De spelers van Real Madrid, de bezoekers vandaag. En
Dreadfully sorry for that, folks. I'm back for the time being. Sorry, I'm okay, just making sure my mic's in place. Okay. We are here, the Johan Cruyff Arena, match day number 5 for Division 1, and already Gabriel Martinelli trying to get forward. It's Ajax hosting Real Madrid, for what should be a fantastic fixture. This, hoping so at least. It certainly seems like it could have the potential to be a very good match day. Coming up on the docket as well. We do have coming up next for you. We've got Bordeaux hosting Crewe Alexandra in Bordeaux's first game of the night. Miami hosting Wolverhampton. And then finally, the first leg of the third round of the tournament. Bordeaux versus the Go Ahead Eagles in their first of 2 games. It's going to be up for a corner here for Madrid. Currently looking at the league table. Ajax still have... fucking God. Well, Manuel Neuer will end up with that one, as I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted again. Ajax still have yet to find themselves a single point on the season through the 4 matches that they have played. Of course, they are through. They did make it through to this third round in the in-season tournament as a shot blocked then. They did genuinely make it through to the third round of the tournament here. And they'll be facing, I think, what did I say, Inter Miami, match day number 2. Sorry, not match day number 2, their tournament leg. Yeah, that's correct. For Division 2 this week, we've got Saint Etienne hosting Southampton. We've got the Go Ahead Eagles hosting Borussia Dortmund. We've got Nottingham Forest hosting West Bromwich Albion. This will be the first of 2 bye weeks for AC Milan. As we are officially halfway through the Division 1 season here tonight. This conclusion of the match days will be our halfway point. That Bordeaux Crewe Alexandra fixture is going to be mega in a little bit. That could really solidify which team goes top of the table. First place versus second place in the table, those two squads. For the time being, Martinelli now to Odegaard. From the pass from Joelinton. Odegaard trying to make his way forward, trying to find his way around Emre Can. It's Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo moving dangerously here, but can't get around Militao. Nearly falls to the feet of Mbappe. Jurrien Timber ends up with it to De Jong, to Ronaldo. Militao defends well against the one of the greatest players of all time yet again. Goretzka with it. Timber looks like he's going to be able to tackle and does. Finds Manuel Neuer backwards. Matthias de Ligt. To Martinelli. Backwards to de Ligt. Martinelli again. Advantage being played here for Madrid. It's Reece James with it now. I think this, if we look at the results of the last couple of fixtures for this Ajax squad, last time out they did lose to Bordeaux 2-1, although that was a good fixture. They did defeat Crew Alexandra 3-2 in their in-season tournament round. Before that, they lost to Miami 2-1. And the match before that, match week number 2, 3-0 loss to Wolverhampton. And before that, 2-0 loss to Crew Alexandra. So, Ajax scoring more goals as of late. They're still not really on the... I would say they've been close a couple of times to finding some points. They haven't really, again, found their stride, but there's still 5 games to go after this. Very well could happen. You know, we saw teams even last season. I remember my Crystal Palace squad in particular found some form going into the back half of the season and ended up challenging for the title, which was very surprising considering we had 2 of the biggest losses of any team that season. But it's Martin Odegaard now. Can he get around Gvardiol and maybe James as well? Inwards to Rashford, last season's league leading scorer. I don't even think has yet to find the score sheet this season. I check my statistics just to be sure, because I'm not too sure that he has. No, he has found the back of the net twice so far this season, Marcus Rashford. Ronaldo assisting on one of them. It's Valverde with it now, backwards to Goretzka. And to Dominic Szoboszlai, trying to make his way around Frankie de Jong. Goretzka to Emre Can. Mbappe is in a good position now. Mbappe to Vinicius. Can he get round? Emre Can, although Joelinton trying his best to tackle. Gets through Jurrien Timber, nearly finally cleared away, and that will be the half. Well, I tell you what, Ajax have had to do a lot more defending than attacking, but where they have had to defend, they've done very well. That part is absolutely for true. So the end of the first half finishes level, 0-0 the score. And I'll set the 3.5 minutes on my timer, in case anybody would like to implement some halftime changes. If you are one of the people playing and you would like to implement a halftime change, all you got to do is either shoot me a DM or, kind of get me the message in the YouTube chat. Either one. Do just fine. But if we look at the match facts, Madrid having more possession, only just more possession. That surprises me a little bit. It seems like Ajax has spent more time on the ball, although Madrid having just the one more shot. I tell you what, I'm very surprised by the statistics here. It looks like a much more even game via this look here than I thought it's been actually out on the field. I thought Ajax has had to defend a lot more. They have played well in defense, I'll say that much. But yeah, little odd. Martinelli at the 6, Timber at the 6, Neuer at the 6-8. Neuer's only had to really make one save, which resulted in a corner. Are we looking at, our first mid-off of the season? I mean, that kind of seems like it's to be. Mbappe hasn't really done much for this Madrid side. Vinny, he's been in good places. Dominic Szoboszlai, let me tell you, has made a big step up since last season. He is definitely looking like he's been a valuable part of this squad, at least in the terms of making good plays about. He's not really one of the players that has been necessarily on the score sheet. As far as if I look at his statistics this season, Vinicius actually has 2. So I mean, yeah, he's contributing, but I think last season he was benched for Manchester United for kind of the majority of the season. I think in Matchday 4 or 5, KD took him off and then never really put him back on. So it's interesting to think of it like that. But we've got 80 seconds remaining in this halftime edit window. Decided to shorten it to the 3.5 minutes. I think it's kind of one of those things that I did have it 5 minutes initially, but the halves in the games are only 6 minutes at a time, so it would feel a little weird, but, either way. Any other massive events to be had? I mean, it definitely That's interesting. I've never seen this graph before. Possession 1. Winning the ball a lot more in midfield for Ajax. Winning it a lot more kind of... Well, they're very similar, actually, but Real Madrid have yet to actually find the left side of the field, really, is what it seems like. Ajax losing possession a lot more at the top half of the pitch. Wow, that's a graph. Shooting, do we have much? Just the one shot then for... who was it that put? I think it was Frimpong that shot that went a bit wide. I'm impressed with how many statistics and stat options there is. I think this is actually kind of brilliant, to tell you the truth. And that will be the timer for half. Let me check my what do you call it? My DMs. Just like as usual in my life, there is nothing there, and there's nothing in the comment section, so we are good to go for the second half of this opening fixture here for Matchday number 5. It is Ajax getting us underway. I'm hoping for this Ajax squad that they can find some points on the board. Really surprising the fall from grace that they have had. Jolinton to Martinelli now. Jolinton again to Ronaldo. Ronaldo to Odegaard, back to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo trying to move forward. Tackled by Reece James. Tell you what, Ronaldo losing possession a lot in the attacking third. One of those players you kind of expect. He's almost like Erling Haaland in that respect, where he's kind of a guy you think to be more of a poacher than a dribbler of the ball, but Ronaldo has really failed to do that this season. I thought he was going to be kind of a game-changing addition to this Ajax squad. As a matter of fact, it's had the opposite effect. He's very much been almost a game-ender. Reece James with it, trying to find a way through the Ajax players now. We'll play backwards to Militao. So far this game has been very mundane between the two sides. Neither really willing to find a shot or attack, but I will say this, Madrid have been knocking on the door at least a lot more than Ajax. On a scale of 1 to Jehovah's Witness, there may be a 3, but still more than Ajax. Valverde playing it into the corner. He'll play back to Dominik Szoboszlai, the Hungarian midfielder. Tries a bit of a swerved pass then on the outside of his foot. Can't do it. And now it's Frimpong to Frankie de Jong, although tackled. Might be through here. Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe tackled. And Jolinton will get rid of it. Martinelli on the left side, trying to move forwards. Bit of skill shown then. Martinelli still with it now. He's got some space on the left side, but he's not got a lot of support forward. He'll have to find some sort of pass. Still has the ball for the time being. So Rashford. Can Rashford find a shot? No, tackled. I believe it was that Valverde who made that happen. Mbappe to Vinny. Oh, Vinny may have space now. Jurrien Timber does well. Oh, he plays it back to Neuer. A bit of a risky decision there, especially when we got the attacking presence that this Madrid side has. When you got Kylian Mbappe, you've got Vinicius Jr. on there. Really don't want to be leaving a ball in space too much. W mid-off. I have to agree. Say your match will be third today. You'll be after the Bordeaux and Crew Alexandra match. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Valverde trying it on the outside, trying to make their way in. Still Real Madrid. Nothing of it. Kylian Mbappe now. Does he have a shot? Yes, he does. And again, Ajax fold after an opening half, 15, 20 minutes of good defending football. Again, they just kind of fold against any form of pressure, reasonable pressure. Mbappe, good shot from him, has to be said. But I think really for this Ajax squad, it's surprisingly just not going their way. Again, they've played some halfway decent football. They haven't spent much time on the ball, but they've defended pretty decently today. And, the one sense of formidable attack that Real Madrid have had, they let it up. That's alarming. That's alarming. Potentially the reverse invincibles coming your way. Although only halfway through the season, still a lot can happen. But still, alarming to say the least. Ronaldo will play to Frimpong on the outside, to Rashford inwards, to Ronaldo. This is where I expect Ajax to start to strike back. They've gotten themselves in these positions a couple of times where points, look like they could be on the table. But now, through ball to Kylian Mbappe, and it looks as if, once again, Madrid looking to score. That time it's a good save from Neuer. And a substitution being made. It will be Ruben Neves replacing Joelinton. Joelinton, another one of those players you kind of thought was going to have more impact to this Ajax squad this season. But it's Dominic Szoboszlai to take the corner. That one swung in. Headed towards the goal, cleared off the line, but to the feet of Vinicius, and then finally De Ligt will get it away. Oh, that one was very close to being dangerous there. Still about 15 minutes remaining. I'd like to actually check how close that was to going in the next time we get a stoppage in play. Bit of makeshift goal line technology look. Well, that's a good through ball. Ronaldo may have space if he can get around the Croatian of Josko Gvardiol. We'll play back to Odegaard. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, I apologize, but, come on now. Anyways, this is what I'm curious about, how close that actually was to going in. Oh, he's done a bit of a, what do you call it? He's done a Tim Howard then. He's really cleared that off the line. I mean, it's not really close in the sense of, oh, he's actually saved it, and then it's gone off the head of his player. Wow, okay. Well, very close to almost going 2-0 down. And here's the goal again from Kylian Mbappe. I mean, he gave him space, and I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. But I believe may actually be Kylian Mbappe's first goal for this Madrid club since joining it with the loan deal for Erling Haaland. Am I right about that? Has Mbappe not scored for Real Madrid? No, he scored thrice. What am I talking about? I don't know. Sometimes it feels like he's one of those players that kind of just shows up when he feels like it. He did score a hat-trick last time out. Wait, didn't he? Yeah, I thought... Am I stupid? I might just be. Yeah, they thrashed Miami 5-0 last time. Mbappe scored a hat-trick. How did I forget that? Anyways, 10 minutes remaining here. I think Real Madrid will have once again earned the 3 points today. Ajax, I think, if they don't end up with a draw, I think once again they've really just let one slip. It has to be said. They've been so close so many times, and it's not like they're finding moves forwards. Like, they'll have a good one here with Rashford, but they'll either dribble the ball too long or... Exactly. You see, you had at least two pass options to pass there. You had Martin Odegaard behind you. They'll turn it over in possession and give you hope with Martinelli. Then back to Ronaldo, and the shot blocked it out for a corner. It's all the same every time. I hate to say it. So Sadio Mane replaces Martin Odegaard. Honestly, if you ask me, I think Sadio Mane should be in the squad. I think take Ronaldo out, put Sadio Mane in. He's got pace, he's got dribbling, he's got shooting. I think Ronaldo, for the player he is not doing anything for this squad. Either that or they've got to adjust the formation to make him a target man. But it's Marcus Rashford in the corner, tackled by Vinicius. And then Cancelo will try to get forward with less than 5 minutes remaining. Inwards to Valverde. That pass actually turned over. William Saliba with a good defensive presence then. It will be Martinelli to Ronaldo. Ronaldo's pass blocked by Gvardiol then, but it still is with Ajax in possession. Backwards to De Ligt. Martinelli on the left. They get around Reece James and potentially find a goal worthy of Madrid's first points of the season. No, they can't, unless they make some sort of maneuver here in the late moments. And 2 minutes added time, that could be enough. But Ajax have to get on the ball now, and Madrid look to be taking it and keeping it as long as they can. Already a minute gone in added time, and it looks like, once again, Madrid will be the team to escape with the points. Although Mbappe to Valverde. Do they find a goal? Just be the cherry on top, the icing on the cake, if you will. The shot trying to work its way in, but that'll be it. Real Madrid 1-0 versus Ajax. And once again, Ajax, a team that looked like they could have done some damage, and the openings that they nearly had, and they can't capitalize. Hala Madrid y nada más. That is a big win for Real Madrid as well. A team that, there's three clubs at the bottom of the League One table the Division 1 table. I mean, and by the way, if we're looking at the bottom, so Bordeaux and Crew, the two teams to play next, both on 8 points. Between Real Madrid, currently third coming into today's game, Wolverhampton and Miami, 2 points can be the difference between staying in the top flight and then also being relegated. It's so close amongst the top few. It is actually ridiculous. Just look at the performance just so I can get the statistics. But so it's actually Valverde with the assist then. I'm wondering as far as... What do you call it? As far as... what do you call it is concerned? As far as the... I forget my train of thought. Oh, as far as the loan deal between Madrid and Etienne Mbappe for Erling Haaland, I'm quite interested to see if that one ends up being permanent, because I think realistically they've both brought quality to both their sides. I think realistically it's looked very good for Mbappe for Madrid, and I think Haaland may have some ability with Etienne as well. This will be Bordeaux versus Crew, so I need to go to Division 2. Or EFL League 2, either one. This Crew Alexander side, and again, I mean, we look at these two teams here. They look very even on paper. I think when you look at the star rating and the ratings per position, you'd have to give Bordeaux the advantage, but Crew Alexandra top of the table, and they've been so, for pretty much the majority of this season. I mean, this Crew Alexander side has been so good at just taking games and not necessarily running away with them, but keeping it. 2 wins and 2 draws each for both Alexandra and Bordeaux, but it does go down to the goal difference 3-2. I mean, this is a game, realistically, that could predict the league title winners. Of course, Diogo Jota back in action this week. He served his suspension, in which case Lorenzo Insigne has actually joined this squad, not only on permanent transfer from free agency, he's also in the starting lineup today. That's right, I have replaced Kingsley Coman with Lorenzo Insigne, who I believe both scored and assisted in his debut fixture for this club. I think he's done absolutely brilliantly, and Kingsley Coman is yet to make any sort of impact. But who may make an impact here is Raheem Sterling, trying to look inwards. Can he get round John Stones? He's got Moussa Diaby behind him on the touchline, and I'm afraid he's run out of real estate. Raheem Sterling, the first game he played in, I believe he scored twice. That was in the domestic cup round versus Saint Etienne. Which was slightly unprecedented, but a great fixture nonetheless. It is Moussa Diaby with it in midfield. Ben White now on the outside. Diaby once again. Raheem Sterling now. Sterling trying to find his way around John Stones. He's actually dispatched of him rather easily. Diogo Jota can't find a shot nor a pass inwards. It's Marco Reus with it. David Alaba. Back to Reus. Alaba once again. And I'm assuming that, whatever the margin is between these two squads, I think it's going to be very tight. Whether the points are shared or if one team is to win versus the other. I think it really is going to be a close game. I'm hoping so, at least. David Alaba on the outside under pressure from Moussa Diaby. That won't put out of play then. Throw in to come from Ben White once Diaby gets rid of the extra ball, which technically you don't actually need to take off the field. It can be classified as part of the field. My cat is going through whatever the hell that is over there. Anyways. John Stones to Rodriguez to Royce, now in midfield. To Alphonso Davies on the outside. Lucas Digne is actually beaten there. Kim Min-jae with a good defensive presence. So when you think about it now, I mean, Crew Alexandra. Actually, it's interesting because we have the second highest scoring club in Bordeaux versus the lowest scored against club in the league in Crew Alexandra. I mean, this is a very interesting dynamic that we have here. Not to mention, as it looks like the Bordeaux defenders are going to get rid of this one. Not to mention that, currently Gabriel Jesus top of the Golden Boot race at 4 goals. averaging 1 goal a game. That's a fantastic place to be, as Diaby plays inwards to Sterling, back to Diaby, backwards to Diogo Jota, to Sterling, who has a go and is saved by, who was that? That's Alisson in goal. Imagine showing up to the World Cup final and then the commentators being like, oh, who is that over there? You know, who is that that's doing the pitch? I don't know who that is. It's a bit like that time the West Ham had a friendly and they put the fan out on the pitch. That was pretty fun. They scored apparently as well. Hey, that's the stuff dreams are made of, right? But for the time being, Bordeaux just with the one shot. Crew Alexandra again playing slightly cautiously at the moment, but you have to again understand that this Alexandra side has been the least scored against team in the league against this Bordeaux squad, who is second in goals. Oh, but it's Cody Gakpo now. Oh, cheeky little pass to Raheem Sterling. John Stones, well, it took him a little bit, couldn't really deal with him, and Bordeaux back on the ball. It's Sterling, Diogo Jota, the shot, again saved by Alisson. Oh, that was another good opportunity for the Bordeaux side then. But Crew Alexandra, once again, and I tell you what, I think just the pressure being brought forward by John Stones and the rest of the defense has actually still yet prevented them from scoring. Cody Gakpo, I don't even know what he's trying there. Hang on a minute, Gabriel Jesus. Although Kim Min-jae, good defending, dealt with. Gakpo. Diogo Jota. Gakpo back to Casemiro. Gakpo again. Cody Gakpo. Gakpo, may he find a shot. Backheel pass to Diogo Jota, can't get it away. Once again, I think Bordeaux maybe just hesitating a little bit too much. Rodriguez to Royce. Martinez. Once again to Rodriguez. It seems as if Crew have had a couple of good opportunities so far. Nothing really special in the way of that, but they may get one here. It's Martinez from distance. Good save from Gregor Kobel. And Jorginho to take the corner. Jorginho with it, inwards to Marco Royce. Going to get round Ben White. Tony Cruz, tackled by Sterling. Now Sterling potentially with room to run on the left side. Alphonso Davies getting back with pace, but Sterling may actually run around him, and he does. At least for the time being, Raheem Sterling, the man initially born in Jamaica, playing for England, and out for a corner. I don't know where I was going with that, but you know. Anyways, not the point. Will be Moussa Diaby to take the corner here. Sterling is inward. Diogo Jota is about at the penalty spot, as well as Raphael Varane. It's going to go into Kim Min-jae on the header, out for another corner. That was actually a fantastic header then from the defender. He's really gone for it. Good save though by Alisson, very low. Jorginho is there to help anyway. I don't even think Alisson's touched that, has he? Doesn't look like he did. Diaby once again with the corner. Lorenzo Insigne has been called close, the man who has actually pretty much yet to find a touch on the ball so far this game. Diaby will play short to Insigne. Insigne on the ground. Oh, Lorenzo Insigne, can he do something special here? No, he's gobbled up by Crew Alexandra players. Raphael Varane with it on the floor. Sterling. Once again, Bordeaux moving with purpose now. Still have yet to find that opening goal. It's Diaby to Gakpo. And Gakpo cut around and find a move. Cody Gakpo, another save by Alisson. And I tell you what, Alisson making a very good claim for man of the match so far. And I tell you what, if Crew are to walk away with points, it'll absolutely be due to this man right here. I believe this is Casemiro taking this corner. Yes, it is. Gabriel Jesus has been called close. Sorry, not. Kim Min-jae can't find the header. Upwards to Ben White. White to Diaby. Listen, Diaby potentially with space has Sterling. Raheem Sterling, another save by Allison. 1 minute added time to be played. Allison, another good save at the near post. Although if you see him be beaten there, it'd be shocking. Porter swung in the header. Oh, it's saved. I think it's saved, or no, is it off the woodwork? I think it must have been off the woodwork, because I don't think he's actually gotten a touch to it, Allison. Either way, 0-0 at the half still between the two sides. I'm going to tag Moose real quick. Three minutes and 30 seconds. Let's have a look at the match facts. 7 shots for Bordeaux. Just the one for Crew. Less passes attempted, higher pass accuracy for Bordeaux. Again, 7 shots to 1. The fact that Bordeaux haven't been able to put away an opener yet. For Alexandra have defended once again very well. Let's say that they have allowed 7 shots. Allison has defended the goal fantastically. But again, I think it has to go down to Crew Alexandra know when to pressure. They've done it so efficiently. But I'm a little surprised that the game hasn't seen it that way. Devin Alaba with the flat 6. Allison the 6-5. Despite making a couple of good saves there, that does surprise me. Raheem Sterling the 6-8. He's had a couple opportunities. Diaby has done some good interplay. Varane some good defending. Coble made at least 1 save. We'll go to match facts again. All right, Moose is not willing to make a change at this point. However, I will. I'm going to make a... That's not what I want. I'm going to make just a small change. Nothing too ridiculous. We're going to put just the... Oh, can I not do quick subs anymore? I don't like that. Well, I was wondering if you could do quick subs in this menu too. I guess you can't. I don't have any subs I want to make at this point in time, so we're just gonna... I like how the team is playing so far, so if Moose is good to go, I'm good to go. I don't want any changes at the... Got 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining, so if Moose is good to go, I think we can call this one slightly earlier, although I am seeing... Have I been pinged again here in Discord? No, just the once. Well, Moose, you've got another minute. If you want to make a change, you let me know now. And if not, then we can get going here. Just another 50 seconds, we'll wait anyways. It's just one of those things. I like this. I think maybe what we might start doing is I'd like to try an ability to do substitutes as well on the fly. I think maybe not just limit it to halftime changes, but maybe include substitutes as well. I'd like to be able to do that. I don't know how we would necessarily work that, because then again, it becomes one of those things. It's like if somebody types into the chat, then it's like we got to pause the game and figure everything out, do all this. I think that takes away from it, kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I think it's pretty good. 3, 2, 1, and okay. There's our timer. And now we are good to go for the second half between the hosts, Bordeaux side and Crew Alexandra, top 2 teams in the league. Yet to find anything separating the two squads so far, although the statistics will show you it's been a Bordeaux game, but the scoreline tells you it's flat out even. Gabriel Jesus might be through now. If he can get round Rafael Varane, he hasn't been able to yet. Jesus backwards to Rodriguez, out wide to Royce, and back to Rodriguez again. Toni Kroos inwards. Goodness me, they've got a lot of players that sound like the same names here. Marco Royce tackled, I believe that was by Rafael Varane. Now Raheem Sterling tries the back heel. Kind of gets it, actually. It almost kind of works. Then White to Diaby, to Sterling. Sterling, I tried to be through there. I think he's going to be offsides. That is Cody Gakpo. I believe we're going to be able to get a look at the thing here. I guess the game has just not decided to show us if that was offsides or not. I think it was, though. I'll be fair. I'll be fair. It looked offsides. Barely, but it was. Crew once again having to kind of play out of their own back end here. Raheem Sterling to Diaby. Diaby will now have to get around Rodriguez. Can't. Gives it up. Jorginho to Marco Royce. Out wide to David Alaba. To Royce again. Back to Alaba. I think the one good opportunity Crew gets, and they're going to put it away, and it might just happen right here. Marco Royce once again trying to move inwards. The German international legend can't quite get past Moussa Diaby and the Bordeaux defense. Very close, though. And I have a feeling that's not going to be the last of the efforts. It's Raheem Sterling. John Stones might be left in the dust here. Not only has he got Sterling himself, he's got now Diogo Jota joining the phrase. He's gotten through Rodriguez on a bit of a nutmeg then. Can he find the shot? The answer is no. Alphonso Davies will kind of get rid of this one. Actually be more or less up to David Alaba. So about an hour gone now. Bordeaux still, I would argue, it has to be said, Crew have played a fantastic fixture, and if Crew get one good chance, I think they'll make good on it. Will it happen now? No. Out of play. Ben White with the throw. He'll play backwards to Varane. White again to Diaby, to Sterling. Sterling may have to try to get through John Stones and David Alaba. Actually some good play inwards now. Cody Gakpo, can he get round John Stones? Gakpo trying to find the edge of the 18 now, trying to play his way around. And can't find his way past Rodriguez, and now potentially can Crew break forward. No, good tackle from Casemiro. To Sterling. Sterling has a lot of room on the right side. Alaba hasn't picked him up quite yet. Now into the corner. Alaba, and I think rather gets that out of play. That was actually kind of smart, to tell you the truth. But a substitution being made. Kingsley Coman replaces Lorenzo Insigne, and Carlos Vela replaces Raheem Sterling. That is a bit of a bold decision, that. Carlos Vela did start one game for this squad. Didn't really impress, but the corner coming in, nearly put in by Diogo Jota. Rodriguez heads away, but it's Carlos Vela on the ground now. Vela and tackled by Rodriguez, and that's much of the similar play in which he had in the game that he did start back. I believe it was Matchday 2. Kingsley Coman coming in for Lorenzo Insigne. That's actually the substitute I was hoping to be able to make with quick subs. Oh, it's through now. Advantage was being played. Oh, I think this one might be offsides. Well, this one will be flagged offsides. Marco Royce put it in the back of the net, but it won't count. Oh, he is as well. Oh, goodness me. That's about as close as it gets. Just then, the outside of his foot. The first goal doesn't count. I said first goal doesn't count. Anyways, about 20 minutes remaining now. Crew's best chance of the game falls short due to an offside call. Jay with it now to Lucas Digne, to Diogo Jota. Jota with it on the ground, has Vela. Carlos Vela, one of the only representatives of MLS in this league, the other one being Lorenzo Insigne as well as Lionel Messi, and I believe Jordi Alba as well. So let me rephrase that, any representatives from MLS not on Inter Miami in real life. Carlos Vela, I believe a two-time Landon Donovan MVP award winner. One of the highest honors you can get in MLS, named after probably one of the greatest American players of all time, Landon Donovan. Diogo Jota, inwards to Moussa Diaby. Oh, Carlos Vela now. Can he make good on his chance? He's got to get around John Stones. Finds Kingsley Coman. Great save by Allison. I don't know how he's done that again. We're out for another throw. It was a good play that time Carlos Vela had, but still, Allison, some fantastic goalkeeping, and John Stones will end up with this one. To Martinez, to Davies, to Cruz. Back to Davies again. Cruz. Diogo Jota will get through. Kingsley Coman tackled. Coman still having to try to battle with it in midfield. Less than 10 minutes remaining. It's Martinez to Toni Cruz. Cruz to Jesus. Varane. Oh, it's intercepted by Casemiro. Carlos Vela with it now. Rodriguez will have no problem dispatching the Mexican. David Alaba. Stones. Alaba again. Jesus. Ben White does end up with it. Carlos Vela. Oh, Vela giving it up in possession rather easily then. And Crew in such a good spot with Toni Cruz to Toni Cruz again with the pass from Gabriel Jesus. Can Kim Min-jae step through and defend? And he can. Oh, that one was risky. I thought he went in really, really strong then. Some games I think that would have gone down as a penalty. Diogo Jota, can he get around Martinez? No, Martinez, good defending. Oh, but Kingsley Coman back with it to Diogo Jota. Coman looking for his first sense of meaningful football this season. Kingsley Coman. Coman to Moussa Diaby. Oh, and it's in! Could this be a sign of things to come in the second half of the season? Bordeaux struggled hard the whole game trying to find their way to this goal. Kingsley Coman, with his first sort of statistic of the season, finds Moussa Diaby, who finds what could be a winner. Allison with less than a minute remaining. Heartbreak for Crew Alexandra. Jubilation for Bordeaux. Goodness me, that one is well in the way of being spectacular. Crew Alexandra may still have time, but they've got to get going. It's Martinez to Jesus, to Marco Royce. Royce lofted over the top. It's Martinez on the header into the gloves of Gregor Kobel. That will do it. Bordeaux escape with the victory. And that is really the only way to say it. Moussa Diaby, the man of the hour, no doubt about that. And Bordeaux, by the way, have another game coming up in just a little bit. Next up is that of Miami versus Wolverhampton, but Bordeaux will face Go Ahead Eagles as well coming up later tonight. What a fantastic game that was. And I don't just say that because of the fact that my team won. I say that because that was some of the best game, competitiveness that we've seen this season. And by the way, Crew Alexandra, I believe, if I'm getting the statistic correctly, only their second goal conceded of the season. Wow. Sorry, well now I need to see if that's a true stat or not. I mean, sorry, but come on. So, in league play, Crew Alexandra won their first game 2-0. They tied their second game 0-0 versus Miami. Match week 3, they beat Real Madrid 1-0. Match week 4, they tied 1-1 with Wolverhampton. So that is, and I mean this seriously, only the second goal of the season that that Crew have conceded. And it's in the 90th minute against Bordeaux. Could you believe that? But that Crew Alexandra side, let me tell you something, I think has some definite talent, and they could absolutely win this league. Hang on, I'm gonna let my cat downstairs because she is complaining furiously that I've left her up here. Oh, how unfortunate does that have to be? You have to spend time with me upstairs, you ungrateful little shit. No, I'm playing with you. I do love my cat. How old are you going to be this year? You're going to be 15 years old this year? Goodness me. Oh. Oh. Would you like to say hi to the stream? I know they can't see you, but, you know. All right, anyways, Nikki, would you like to go downstairs now? Okay. Why don't we do that? Come on. And down the stairs with you. Fantastic. Okay. And now on to what will be our penultimate game of the day. It'll be that of Miami hosting Wolverhampton. I think this should be a fun game as well. Ooh. Miami hosting Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yeah, this should be a fun one. Pink versus the orange. Is that better than the pink versus the blue? I don't think that should be too bad. Pink versus red is a little too close for my liking. I just so do not like that kit. Oh, I apologize. I almost refuse to play with it. That's how much I dislike it. Anyways, not the point. Point is now we've got ourselves our final division match day game of the week. It is that, Division 1. It is that of Miami, as they will be hosting that of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Two squads here. Not necessarily towards the back end of the table, but coming into today's games, they 4th and 5th. Well, sorry, definitely in the back end of the table. You hate to peg these two squads are in more of a battle to avoid relegation, but that's kind of exactly the situation they find themselves in. There's no other real way to put it. But this Miami side looking good. This Wolverhampton side, I would say looking on level pegging as well. And I can't wait to see which squad comes out on top. Phil Foden with it on the far side. He'll try to play inwards to Marquinhos. To, who is this? Luka Modric. To Grealish now on the outside. Benzema. To Grealish. Back to Benzema again. Benzema to Modric. Luka Modric from distance into the gloves of Gianluigi Donnarumma. Former pride of AC Milan. Turned up for money for Paris Saint-Germain. And is now universally disliked. Mohamed Salah. To Trent Alexander-Arnold. Inwards to Musiala. To De Bruyne. To Diaz. Luis Diaz now potentially with an opportunity. Can he get around Luke Shaw? No. Keep in mind that this Miami side coming off of a 5-0 defeat at the hands of Real Madrid. Absolute thrashing performed by Madrid. This Miami side, I think, could really do with some points here. Luke Shaw on the outside, inwards to Tonali. It's Fernandez to Modric. To Fernandez. Benzema. Can he get round Virgil van Dijk? Oh, he can pass through. It's Luka Modric, the shot saved by Donnarumma. And out for a corner. Corner played short to Phil Foden. Can he get round Andrew Robertson on the floor? The backheel pass to Fernandez. It's actually gone a bit far. Phil Foden, who I think was actually onside there. That was very close, I think. Phil Foden to Modric. Luka Modric to Benzema. Modric's shot turned away, but it's Grealish. Shot also defended against well. It's Mickey van de Ven, who picked up in free agency, part of this squad. Van de Ven back to Virgil van Dijk. Madison to Araujo. Oh, tackled by Phil Foden, and now Miami might be on a good attack here. 2-on-2. Foden to Benzema. Back to Foden. I think Miami have taken way too long. Yes, they have. Oh, I think if they just kind of found a shot and got on with it, maybe they even would have gotten a corner. It's Benzema. Can't get through. No foul called. Benzema gets back to his feet and back with the ball. Can he get round Virgil van Dijk? Yes, he can. Has Bruno Fernandes. The shot saved by Donnarumma. Oh, but Benzema may come back with it. Not quite. Oh, good Lord. Okay, anyway, out for a corner. Once again, a good save from Gianluigi Donnarumma. Good keeper for Wolverhampton, has to be said. He's, I tell you what, been a very good addition to that squad. If we look at the league table coming into today's game, corner being played in, looking inwards into the gloves of Donnarumma. I mean, only 3 goals conceded so far this season by Wolverhampton, tied for second least between themselves and Real Madrid. The only other team beating them is Crewe Alexandra, who have only conceded 2 goals within 5 match weeks. One of them in a 2-1 victory, the other one in the 1-0 defeat in which you've just seen. Well, Wolverhampton trying to find their way forward, can't quite do it. I think it's really just a test of patience for the time being. They haven't really found their way into Miami's half yet so far. Though could they now? So it's Hakimi with it. The sight of Luis Diaz pushes him out of bounds. It's Musiala. To Madison. To De Bruyne. Musiala once more. Wolverhampton looking like they could be moving well here. Out wide to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Inwards to Musiala. He's got to get around Luke Shaw and Phil Foden. Can't do it. Sandro Tonali and Bruno Fernandes helped get that one away. Or at least to safety. Luke Shaw tackled on the outside, and now Wolverhampton again looking like they could move forward. It's Kevin De Bruyne. To Musiala. Oh, might be through. Luis Diaz. To Musiala. The shot saved by Martinez. Cleared away, not convincingly. Still with the possession is Wolverhampton. Mickey van de Ven in defense. De Bruyne, Musiala, De Bruyne, Diaz. To Robertson, to Diaz. Diaz back to De Bruyne. Now with Van de Ven. Van de Ven versus Benzema. Good defending from Karim Benzema. Phil Foden to Luke Shaw. There's Tonali. Benzema tackled. Luis Diaz. Diaz to Musiala. Kevin De Bruyne with it now. Wolverhampton again looking convincing here. And kind of a careless decision then from the Belgian. Look at Modric. Virgil van Dijk will have no problem getting to that one. Mohamed Salah to Diaz. Diaz. Oh, Diaz with the shot into the gloves of Martinez. I think he's very much rushed it then. Well, that'll be halftime. I think, again, 2 squads that almost refuse to find a difference between them. Three and a half minutes beginning now for potential substitutions and changes being made. Remember, still one more game yet to come today as Wolverhampton hosts having more possession here, 57% over Miami's 43%. Miami outshooting them 3-2. Donnarumma, a couple of good saves, good defense so far, I think, from both sides. I think, again, one of those things that just, again, neither squad really want to have a win here. That's kind of the vibe surrounding this one. How much time do we have left in our... So 35 seconds. All right, we are ready to get this second half underway. And yet another closely contested affair this between this Inter Miami side hosting Wolverhampton Wanderers. Both sides looking to get themselves away from the back end of the table. Mohamed Salah trying to get their way around. Couldn't quite do it. Good shot. Marquinhos. Got a Luka Modric. Fernandez. Sonali to Modric. Trent Alexander-Arnold with it now, and I tell you what, still no real semblance of attack from either side, although I will say Donnarumma's had more work to do tonight than Martinez. Serious work, at least. I mean, Donnarumma has had to genuinely make some good saves. Mo Salah from distance. Oh, goodness me. Well, that's a good save. Martinez got the gloves to it. Salah tried it from well a ways away. To Modric to Benzema. Back heel to Modric. Miami looking well. Going to get round Mickey van de Ven first. Oh, they've done it. Sandro Tonali. Bruno Fernandes now. Still trying to find a way around. Oh, Fernandes has gone down. Oh, Fernandes down in the box. I think he's clutching his knee as well. That could be a big blow to this Miami side. Still not recovered from it. I think the referee might be signaling for the medics very shortly. Although Salah to Diaz, Luis Diaz, the shot and out of play. And Daniel Parejo will be replaced, will actually replace James Madison here in midfield. About an hour gone, corner coming up for Kevin De Bruyne. And that one swung in, looking for Virgil van Dijk. Grealish will get the first header to it. Back to the forehead or chest of De Bruyne. Gonna get round Jack Grealish. Backwards to Salah. Salah can't get past Modric. Hakimi. It's Fernandez to Benzema. Benzema moving forward quite well. Backwards to Shaw. Shaw to Tonali, to Benzema. Tonali to Foden. Foden to Fernandez. Bruno Fernandez now looking good. Can he get around and potentially find a shot? Can't quite do it. Fernandez seems to have at least shaken off whatever injury he did have. Still about 20 minutes to go and no score between the two sides. Similar to the last game, Bordeaux versus Crew. Similar circumstance. Neither squad finding a solid attempt and enough to break the deadlock. Little shot of Foden. Foden to Tonali. Fernandez to Benzema. Through ball. Might get to Foden and does. Phil Foden on the ground to Fernandez. To Tonali. To Modric. Kind of dealt with easily. Oh, Benzema nearly got back to it but cleared away. And I think a handball is the call here. And a substitution being made. It will be Mikel Merino replacing Sandro Tonali, as well as Luis Diaz being replaced then. And being replaced by Dusan Vlahovic. I think Vlahovic is probably correct. Anyway. "15 minutes remain here. The final game of the Division 1 match day. Coming up, reminder, we do have Bordeaux hosting Go Ahead Eagles in just a little bit. That'll be next up. It's Mikel Merino. Tackled by Van Dijk, and now Mohamed Salah trying to look forwards. Kevin De Bruyne. Vlahovic. Tackled, and now Marquinhos. Miami again looking like could they swing the momentum their way? No. Lofted over the top has Andrew Robertson. Good battle with the midfield between himself and Hakimi. It's Mikel Merino. Van de Ven to Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right side. Has to find a way around Phil Foden. Can't. Less than 10 minutes remaining now. Musiala to De Bruyne and Van Dijk. And out of play, another substitution to be made. It will be Raphael replacing Phil Foden, or sorry, Rafa, as he's called. And replacing, I believe, was that Trent Alexander-Arnold, it's Serge Gnabry. Sorry, Rafinha. And then, yes, Serge Gnabry replacing Trent Alexander-Arnold. It's Andrew Robertson, Musiala, Thiago Silva. The next line of defense inwards to Robertson. Robertson, can he get through and find a shot? Tackled but not dealt with, not yet. Finally cleared away. Although not out of the woods yet. Wolverhampton with a throw to come. It's Mohamed Salah. Can he get round Marquinhos? No, good tackle then from the Brazilian. Mikel Merino Just a couple of minutes remaining, and I do not believe there's going to be much added time. But it's Karim Benzema. Can he get forward? It's Mikel Merino. Just the 1 minute to be played. Fernandez in the pass intercepted by Van Dijk. Swarmed by Miami players was De Bruyne, and now Miami once again on the attack. Araujo, can he find the shot? Collected with ease by Gigi Donnarumma, and that'll do it. 0-0 the score. And again, another draw here for this Miami side. Wolverhampton, I think both sides did play pretty halfway decent tonight, but I think realistically they would have been hoping for the 3 points. They're not going to find it, not today. And because this is now a, what do you call it, match, a in-season tournament match, I will edit my lineup really quick. We will replace Lorenzo and... Well, actually, yeah, well, no, we're going to keep it the same. I think just because we're going to keep it the same, we are going to make that the quick sub. Kingsley Coman, fantastic. Ben White, we'll go for Pavard. For Casemiro, we'll put Palhinha, although I don't think we should need that. No, I don't think we do. Let's make sure. We'll try to make sure as much as we can Carlos Vela does not touch the pitch because that guy was so unhelpful. Just the bottom line. Anyways, so now for our final game of this day. We have ourselves the first leg of the in-season tournament match between Bordeaux and the Go Ahead Eagles. The Go Ahead Eagles being the only remaining Division II side in this tournament. I think with quite some surprise as well. I kind of figured we were going to have more in the way of these Division II sides coming through, but that's just not the case, really, which is quite surprising for me. And because I am... OCD is kind of the wrong word, but because I take note of things, we're going to go with the usual ball that we'll use, which is this one. Fantastic. Gameplay, we'll do, natural. We'll do, I think, 7:30, and we'll make it... It doesn't really snow in Bordeaux, but we'll make it rain, because why not? We didn't have any weather today. Anyways, so... First match of this domestic cup round, it is that of Bordeaux hosting the Go Ahead Eagles. I think this Eagle side may very well have an opportunity against Bordeaux. Once again, the Eagles, the only remaining Division II side in this tournament. Bordeaux, tonight, coming off of a 1-0 victory versus Crewe Alexandra, which puts them top of the table in the 90th minute, by the way. Fantastic game, that. But a lot of gaps and a lot of potential goals to be taken past this Bordeaux side. Let's see if the Eagles are the ones to do it. And it will be the Go Ahead Eagles getting us underway. Look at the Eagles currently, at least in league competition. If I can get the league table up here. Go Ahead Eagles currently sit third in the table. 6 points. By the way, the top 4 clubs all sit on 6 points. Nottingham in first, Southampton second, Eagles third, Dortmund fourth, all on 6 points, all separated by goal difference. Actually, matter of fact, nothing in it between Southampton and Eagles. The only reason Southampton sit ahead of Eagles on the table is because of goals for. Which, by the way, sits 5-4. It's incredible. It's incredibly close in Division 2. Thiago Jota with it now, and I think Bordeaux going to try to find their way forward as much as they can. Remember, this is the first of a home and away legged series, this. Raheem Sterling. Backwards to Casemiro, to Sterling. Oh, Sterling's going to skip past Akanji then on the outside. But he can't do it twice. Christopher Nkunku. Lorenzo Insigne, player to watch here for Bordeaux. Of course, in the 2 games that he's played for the club, First of all, the goal and assist in his debut, but it's Jadon Sancho. Sancho to Pedri. Oh, goodness me, it's an early one for the Eagles. Pedri, the opening goal of the match, and goodness me, great pass inwards from Jadon Sancho. And they've timed the run perfectly. And 1-0 to the Division 2 club. Not only this go-ahead Eagles side vouching for promotion, but a squad also now looking like they could be through to the next round of the Domestic Cup. Not Domestic Cup, in-season tournament. Kim Min-jae with it in defense to Raphael Varane. I think Bordeaux haven't really felt much time in this corner of the world here, having been down in the opening minutes. Kim Min-jae to Varane. Diogo Jota to Casemiro. Casemiro trying to work through here to Sterling. Raheem Sterling now tackled by Chris Smalling, and it appeared relatively easily as well. Declan Rice to Aspas to Pedri. Back to Aspas again, and now to Jadon Sancho on the outside. Aspas once more inwards. Looking well here for the go-ahead Eagles. Inwards. It's Pedri again for his second. Good save this time by Gregor Kobel. Lucas Digne trying to get rid of it here past Pedri, and does. Diogo Jota to Cody Gakpo. Has Insigne on the outside, and Insigne trying to actually does dribble quite well there. Diogo Jota to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo going to get around Kieran Trippier. No, he can't, but goes backwards. Diogo Jota with it now. Inwards. It's Lorenzo Insigne to Cody Gakpo. Looking for an opportunity. It's Raheem Sterling. The shot deflected and into the hands of Thibaut Courtois. Gabriel with it now for the go-ahead Eagles trying to move forward. It's Aspas. Gabriel to Aspas once more. Declan Rice to Nkunku. A bit of a nutmeg there. Oh, Jadon Sancho's going to end up with the ball. Very dangerous here once again for Eagles. It's Declan Rice to N'Golo Kante. Pedri tackled by Kim Min-jae. Diogo Jota now trying to get it forwards. Gakpo. Casemiro. Lofted over the top looking for Lorenzo Insigne, and does have it, but Pedri will make a good challenge. And tackled out of play. So half an hour gone. Go ahead Eagles have the advantage for the time being. N'Golo Kante. Wide to Pedri, to Sancho. Jadon Sancho. Sancho to Nkunku. Oh, Nkunku brought down in a heap, but still with it is Jadon Sancho. It is now Aspas trying to work his way inwards. Raphael Varane tackles. Kim Min-jae finds Lucas Digne, and now Bordeaux, I think, can probably get rid of this one. Only just. It's now with Raheem Sterling. Now with Diaby on the outside. Diaby from distance, not going to have... Well, that was just not a good attempt, really. That's the only way to put it. So Courtois will get this one away. Looks like he'll play it close then to Akanji. Cody Gakpo trying to press forward. Out wide to Kieran Trippier. Kanji. Backwards to Trippier. Kanji to Rice. Kante. Rice. Sancho. And some good passing here by the go-ahead Eagles. They're not really even allowing Bordeaux to even have the ball. Sancho now with space. Jadon Sancho, the shot, and a second for go-ahead Eagles. Upset stomach here in the in-season tournament, you bet. Division 2 side leading Division 1 championship table leaders 2-0. Moose, let me tell you something. That was a fantastic game, and your squad played very well. Despite the result, still a lot of games to come. And I tell you what, if this is to show anything for Bordeaux, that championship win for Crewe Alexandra definitely still in play, because Bordeaux, well, there's no other way to say this. They're playing like shit at the moment. Aspas to Gabriel, back to Rice, to Aspas again. Just the 1 minute added time. But go-ahead Eagles on the attack once more. And it doesn't look like that attack's going to come to fruition. But 2-0 to score at halftime for the visiting Division 2 side of the go-ahead Eagles. And Pedri and Jadon Sancho, definitely the two leading the charge for this Eagles side. Frenchie messaged me earlier, or not Frenchie, Furches told me earlier that he won't be here for this. Go ahead Eagles, 53% dominating possession, just the more shots. Bordeaux have had 2 shots, neither of which I think being very good. But, yeah. Tough game so far for the host side. They look like already they'll have a mountain to climb, not only for the remaining 45 of this game, but for the 90 in the next one, coming up next week. Casemiro to Kim Min-jae. Casemiro again to Gakpo. Cody Gakpo to Sterling. Raheem Sterling now looking well. Sterling trying to get around Gabriel. Does he? Gabriel, a good tackle. And Iago Aspas trying to move forwards to Christopher Nkunku. And it's 1-on-3, but never doubt Nkunku. He finds Jadon Sancho. Back to Nkunku, and Raphael Varane does get in the way of that one, thankfully. Diaby to Sterling. Sterling to Diogo Jota to Gakpo. The Dutchman trying to move forwards. As Diogo Jota. Lucas Digne tackled easily. With Nkunku to Pedri. Pedri trying to find his way forward. Let's see. Can he get round? As Christopher Nkunku. Kim Min-jae with his back turned to the ball. Out for a corner. And a substitution to be made. I believe this will be Kingsley Coman replacing Lucas Dick. What? Why? That is not the quick sub that I have. The quick sub was for Kingsley Coman to replace Lorenzo Insigne. That's not what's happened. Corner swung in, and wow, very good, headed away by Kim Min-jae. Inwards to Pedri. Kim Min-jae that time again. Tell you what, Kim Min-jae putting in the good defensive shift here. I think the goals that Eagles have scored is more of a testament to the good passing that they've put in. Gakpo to Casemiro. Jadon Sancho nearly got in the way of that one, but instead, still with it is Bordeaux. Looks as if Bordeaux have switched to 3 in defense now. Kingsley Coman has moved up into midfield, lofted over the top looking for Diaby, who will get control but passes backwards to Ben White. And now with Varane. Raphael Varane with it, and Nkunku can't make the play. Kim Min-jae still with it, an hour gone here. Still a lot of time for Bordeaux to find somewhat of an opportunity to claw back. They haven't really had much worth looking forward to. Although with Casemiro and backwards again, they just refuse to try to play this ball forward. Of course, every time they've done so, it's been a turnover in possession, as it is again. It's now N'Golo Kanté to Jadon Sancho. Sancho to Iago Aspas on the outside, inwards to Nkunku. And Nkunku tackled. Bordeaux some good defense and finally getting away with it. Diogo Jota to Diaby to Sterling. Sterling can he get past Gabriel? And will end up in the gloves of Thibaut Courtois. Gabriel nearly gave up possession again then to Raheem Sterling. But the big Belgian keeper came to the rescue. It's Declan Rice to Nkunku. And again, go-ahead Eagles looking good. Good shot, good save. Another comfortable save should have been from Gregor Kobel. And a substitution being made. Marcos Acuna replaces Gabriel in defense. It's Aspas. Ben White, good tackle. Although Ben White can't stay with it. It's with Jadon Sancho now, his countryman. It's Iago Aspas, and Nkunku is all by himself. Kobel tries to come to the rescue. It's saved. Is it cleared off the line by Casemiro? It is. And Diaby, does he get rid of it? Only just. It'll still be with Declan Rice, and now it's Nkunku again. Casemiro, what an effort to head off the line. But they're not out of the woods yet. Shot, still in front of the net. Headed again from Nkunku, and it's in for a third. What a turn of events. So much scrambling in front of the net for absolutely no reason. Gregor Kobel somehow, that stayed in play after coming off what looked to be his almost back foot. Varane can't stay in front of it. How is Nkunku, who, by the way, visibly shorter than Raphael Varane, how has he been able to sneak around him then and find that headed goal? Good effort from Nkunku for Bordeaux. This is the worst showing they've had all season. And with only 15 minutes to play, it does look as if Bordeaux will then head to... Where are they from? Deventer? Deventer? How do we... Deventer, wherever that is. I know it's in the Netherlands. Youssef En-Nesyri will replace Christopher Nkunku here in the kind of dying minutes of this game. I say dying minutes, it's got 10 minutes left, but a 3-0 advantage. By the way, going into your home fixture next up, that is, next week, that is a massive way to be. Potentially another one. It's N'Golo Kante, swarmed again by Bordeaux players, but finally this time, Raphael Varane deals with it. As Lorenzo Insigne up to Diogo Jota, to Kingsley Coman. I think to even find one here for Bordeaux would be a good place to be. Iago Aspas. And Eagles looking for their fourth. Kim Min-jae tries to defend. Good tackle from Sterling. Plays it into the middle foolishly. Trying to get it away. Kim Min-jae. Does he do it? Yes, he does. Raphael Varane now. And dealt with. To Insigne, to Coman, to Gakpo. To Diogo Jota. Lofted over the top. Looks for Insigne. Has it. Looking now for Kingsley Coman. Coman, can he get round Kieran Trippier? He does, but he takes it out of play. Substitution to be made now. Manuel Locatelli replacing Moussa Diaby, as well as Jadon Sancho being replaced as well here by Stanislav Lobotka. I think for Bordeaux, you really have to look at this game and think you're top of the table in Division 1, but I think realistically now, no any sort of doubt that these Division 2 sides have some talent. It's Lobotka, the substitute, and it's 4-0. $4-0 to go ahead Eagles. Unbelievable. And again, it has to be said, fantastic passing by this side. That's what's getting them in position for these goals. Of course, the lack of defending does not help. But still, you gotta say, some fantastic interplay all game long. And 4-0 to the visiting squad. Oh, and Eagles with it again. Iago Aspas. 2 minutes to be played, but look at this. Eagles looking for potentially their 5th. And Naziri get round. Not exactly played well. Finally gotten rid of. But the big story, never doubt a Division II side again in the opening leg of this series. 4-0 past Bordeaux. That was, and it has to be said, wild. Stanislav Lobotka comes on with minutes to spare and puts in a fantastic shift. And I think that really has put Division I on notice for potentially next season. Oh, by the way, Eagles in contention for promotion. It's not guaranteed. They're 3rd in the table going into this week's fixtures. But anyway, that's gonna do it for us here for the Division I match days. Thank you so much for joining us. Unbelievable game for Eagles. We'll see you next time.